Let's catch you up then on the trial of the 5 men accused of killing the late footballer Senzo Meyiwa. That being postponed until Monday after the first state witness, investigating officer Thabo Mosiya, indicated he was unwell. The courtroom was heated again today. Mosia was asked why he did not interview the people who were present when Meyiwa was shot. Well, for more on this, joined by our reporter Linda Mnisi. He's been in the case for us. Linda, good afternoon to you. Once again, tough questions for this police officer.
Tough questions indeed for Sergeant Thabo Mosiya. Stephen today asked about the critical work that he did inside that crime scene. You'll remember that throughout the week we've been looking at the crime scene and how he handled that particular evidence that came out or managed to collect from that crime scene. And what he says is quite astonishing given the fact that, at central to this case and inside that house were about, 7 people who were inside the house. And when asked today around whether or not he did have a moment to speak to those people, especially around the evidence that he gathered, this is what he had to say.
Did you at any stage interview the people who were inside the house at night on the day in question?
No, I did not interview them.
Why not?
Ke ne ke se fumane dintlha ho brigadier Ndlovu ke bona seo ne se bohlokwa hobane ne se ke fumane dintlha tsa hore ho etsaetseng.
I did not see that necessary to do because I had already received the information from Brigadier Ndlovu.
And Linda, the advocate for 4 of the accused, the defence advocate Malisela Tefo, he seems to want another application here. What's he asking for this time?
Well, you'll remember that at some point earlier this week, Advocate Malisela Tefo came to the court and made an application from the bar, really not bringing papers to have 1010 films removed from the court, but that was unsuccessful due to the fact that he did not follow proper procedure, which would be a notice of motion, followed by, of course, the supporting affidavits that would have at least contain some of the evidence that, is part of his application. So today, he made yet another application from the bar, again, saying that he wants a trial within the trial, and that trial will look into the fact that his clients were not properly charged on that particular day. You'll remember the 27th of October in 2020 when they first appeared at the Boksburg Magistrates Court. That followed, you'll remember, that media briefing the previous day by the Police Minister, Begicele, telling South Africans that about 5 people were now in prison for the murder of Senzo Meyiwa. And amongst some of the issues that he wants to highlight in this application is the issue around, his accused, or rather his clients, in the sense that he says that there are 2 confessions that link them to this crime when none of the other evidence links them. He wants to address that because the police only got a hold of those confessions after his clients were severely assaulted. Stephen, let's take a listen.
If my human rights or the human rights of my client have been somehow affected, this is a bodyguard for the constitutional rights of my client. And therefore, I cannot be part of perpetuating the criminal activity in terms of the constitutionality in the rights of my client to be proceeding here. The evidence of Mr. Mosia can always step down and it can be called. Later on, if it has been established that the accused's rights were not violated, because I'm now challenging that. I'm challenging the state to say, we cannot proceed until we have a trial within the trial and verify that my clients are correctly here. That's my standpoint, Your Lordship.
All right, so there you have it. Advocate Malisela Tefo there talking about what he would like for his clients, but of course, that request denied by the judge, saying that proper procedure was not followed. So he says on Monday then he'll furnish all the parties involved with the right papers, and he'd like to meet with the judge in chambers before the matter can continue. So on Monday, the first part on the agenda in court, it is, of course, the issue around this particular application. Stephen?
Linda Mnisi, thank you very much indeed. Thank you for your reporting this week. I do appreciate it. More